Hello, my name is Lori Carlson-Hijuelos, and I'd like to share a few grace notes about my beloved husband, Oscar. Oscar was a man of many interests, passions, and sensibilities. He was complex, introspective, intellectual, spiritual, and sociable. Oscar loved comic books, and he collected them. This passion took hold of him when he was 8 years old. He had eclectic tastes, everything from Spider-Man to Raw to Little Lulu. Once, when I entered his studio in Connecticut to look for a book, I came upon him lying on the sofa with a comic book in his face. He quipped, "Lori, some men read Playboy. I read Donald Duck." Oscar also collected lead soldiers and lead collectibles of Haida, Britton's, Bertuni, and Mignot trademarks. It is an enormous collection, thousands. His favorite subject in lead was Roman chariots, but he collected all sorts of lead figures, from farmers to camels to palm trees and jugglers. One of the sweetest things he did with these figures was to surprise and delight me with little tableaus of his making. Upon my pillow at night, he would arrange a little parade comprising of, for instance, a dapper lead soldier on horseback, a princess in her ermine cape, and a little pink bunny following behind. Oscar had an amazing capacity for amusement. He was tickled by small and large things alike. Once, when we were in England on vacation and staying in a country house hotel near the city of Bath, we arranged to have dinner in the hotel's dining room. We ordered appetizers and a main course. Oscar's first dish was a salad fashioned from the hotel's pristine emerald gardens. As he thrust his fork into the beautiful greens on his plate, out crawled a 2-inch shiny black bug. Oscar couldn't stop laughing. He had a penchant for socks with interesting designs and patterns. Oscar loved to swim. He could swim for hours, and he did so beautifully with elegant form. He especially enjoyed swimming in the bay of our home on the Connecticut shore, but he also appreciated the spectacular lake-like swimming pool at the Biltmore Hotel in Coral Gables, Florida. Sometimes we booked a room at the Biltmore just so he could swim there. Johann Sebastian Bach was his favorite composer. He often played his music while he wrote, but he was enthralled by birdsong and church bells too. He was a self-taught guitarist. He cherished his guitars. He owned more than 7. He also enjoyed playing his version of jazz on the piano. His very favorite food was roast chicken. He ate it with gusto. Yet he liked my Moroccan chicken tagine with olives and lemons just as much. He couldn't live without chocolate. His favorite chocolate shop was Mondel's on Broadway and 114th Street. He sent my parents a 2-pound box of chocolates every month. He was generous to a fault. He was a gentleman through and through. An example of the latter. Once, while we were in Edinburgh, Scotland, sitting on a park bench and enjoying the view of Edinburgh Castle, Oscar saw a young woman struggling with a suitcase. He jumped up immediately, rushed to her, and pulled the suitcase to her destination, which was blocks and blocks away. He was a magnet for children and babies. They adored him. He adored them back. Rome, the eternal city, was his touchstone. He loved snow and walking in the snow. Upon the first snowfall in New York City, he would tell me to put on my coat and hat, and then he ushered me out to Riverside Park so that we could be a part of the beauty and magic of it all. Finally, he yearned for God. This was evident in his reading, conversation, writing, and in the way he walked on this earth, with humility, reverence, and love. Thank you.